Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Old Guy Farm Single Player Challenge. We are in game day 2 of winter. Hey Eli, and we have basically 5 game days left, including this. So today we're going to be doing some logging. No, it's big old logging day. But we basically only have 3 days of logging to go on this challenge. We're going to log today. Tomorrow we're going to sell silage bales. Hey, Duck Zorly, and day 4 and day 5 of winter we'll be logging again. And day 6 we are going to basically sell everything and chill out. That's about it. I've already decided that when we start game day 6, we will basically just sell anything that we've got left, sell our fields, and just look at our money and just chat it up for a game day. So we got snow in the forecast for today. We went ahead and already gotten rid of our there we are. Oh, we don't need that. We don't need to turn that on. This is what we need to look for. Wrong camera. Here we are. So let's figure out where we want to. I guess we'll take down these trees. We might as well. So I figure we basically have earned the money that we're going to earn. If we work, we could in theory work hard on the last game day to try to boost our income even more, but I think we've done a pretty good job with our money, and if we end up losing by like $100,000, well then we just lost by $100,000. But I've got a sense that we're gonna throw up a number that's going to be pretty hard to match. So, and we're going to call it. We got a case of senioritis here. Good old classic high school and college senioritis, where you just want to coast and not really do much. Bring on the snow. Well, you know, I doubt we're going to get more than just one layer. You know, it was supposed to have snowed yesterday, and it was snowing yesterday when we started to fast forward through the night, but it never accumulated to anything. We do have a high of just 30 degrees today, so it should stick. Should it come down in any amount. Hey Henry, how are you doing? I have to say, I think Eli was bird dogging the channel, because I didn't get an opportunity to schedule the stream up until literally right before I started it. There's the snow, Duck. Do you get much snow in your area of Australia? I don't know if I assume Australia gets snow. I mean, there's got to be mountainous areas that get snow. But do you get snow in your area, or is it too warm? Hey Ed, how are you doing? So your comment about snowman time makes me think about my 3-year-old son. He made a comment about a week or 2 weeks ago about how when he was all ready to make snow angels when it snowed. I told him he's got a little bit of a way to go. since it was early August at that point in time. He's got a little bit of a wait before he's going to have an opportunity to make any more snow angels. Okay. I saw your screenshots of the your logging endeavors. I'm only hoping that we'll be able to see you actually have video of your logging endeavors. And what game day have you made it to so far? Just curious how far ahead you've got to play that you haven't released video on. It sounds like Ed's up by some areas that would have lake effect snow. There's you know, we've got the big Great Lakes in in the northern part of the country, and the wind comes across them just right. It can dump feet of snow overnight just because of the way the wind blows. It's a pretty interesting phenomenon that I'm very glad to have never had to deal with. But to imagine that oh well, if the wind's coming in from the west, we're pretty much guaranteed to have 8 inches of snow for no reason at all. So yeah, you got what we call lake effect snow, because I'm sure the Ottawa River is a pretty big, wide body of water. That the cold air just blowing across the river will pick up moisture, and then the moisture just dumps once it hits land. Whoa, there's our snow. I looked over to see chat, and all of a sudden the screen changed. Kind of shocked me a little bit. I was like, whoa, what happened to the screen? Okay, Duck's on day 5, but he's having some crashing issues. Well, I'm happy to report that I've made it to I've made it all the way to whopping game day 12. I've been busy the last week or so. I've gone from I think I released a video of day 4 and 5 today, but I just got done shooting game day 12's video. we'll have to see how long this snow keeps up. We may get another layer if we get a prolonged snow. Of course, if we get another layer, then I might we might abandon the logging and go over and start clearing snow where we're going to sell our silage bales, because we definitely don't want to be left hung out to dry on that. Go. Well, I'm just glad that you're in chat now, Duck Zorly. So, I've heard a little news about West Coast. I've been following that a little bit, and it appears that oh, look, we've got some issues with the our wheels come off of our hub. Oh my. I've been following that that a little bit. It appears that the both the PC and console version have had issues in the Giants testing, and basically it's back in Bullet Bill's hands to do some changes to satisfy the Giants crew. Apparently, one of the snafus or the hang-ups on the PC version was rather interesting, where they were saying that the hedges and the hedge collisions on the hedges were needed to be adjusted because they didn't want the collisions on the hedges or something. But Bullet Bill made a comment that they're the exact same hedges that are on Coleboro Park Farm, and that map was good enough. So what's the deal? You know, it's as if you know, do you change your mind every so often as to what you're really wanting or requiring? So we'll see that map at some point. We just have to be a wee patient. You know, good things come to those who wait, they say. So if we wait a lot, it must be awful good, right? Yeah, constantly changing your mind, huh? Or it's like the, you know, depending on who's doing the testing. One person who's doing the testing may be like, oh, well, we need hedges that don't have collisions, so it's easier for gameplay. And the you know, someone else will be like, heck no, it doesn't matter if there's hedges or not, or collisions or not, because you know what? I think gameplay should be a little more difficult, you know. If you have a problem with this map, then it's a it's not a newbie map. You need to go play something that's simple. But it kind of gets you a little bit of an insight as to what Giants really tests, because we have seen maps come out that are clearly riddled with errors. You know, we've seen maps where the animal straw plane is floating. You know, it's levitating above the ground, even when there's no straw in the animal area. We've had maps come out that have had non-functioning animal feeding areas where you couldn't clean the animal area, or the animal area's dirt was off in the middle of some field somewhere, and you know, somehow that got cleared through testing, but a map that is eagerly anticipated by the community gets hung up because there is a question about the collisions on the hedges. You know, does that really break gameplay, like the inability to clean your animal area? Oh, we'll get this log out of here at some point. Now I've got a little word on the upper Mississippi River Valley map. I was watching a live stream the other day of the guy. I think his name's Darren. Maybe it's Dave. I think it's a D name. That's about all I remember. Where he was streaming testing some changes and things to the map, and had made a comment that if everything goes well, that he was looking to hopefully have the map version 2.1 out within the next day to day and a half. And that was a day and a half ago. It was actually yesterday midday he was talking, so we should see hopefully version 2.1 of that map, the beta version of that map here, drop very, very shortly. And again, if this snow doesn't let up, we may get a second layer of snow off of this storm. I'll have to get the semi out. What's wrong? Why are we not able to move now? I guess the tree's hung up on something. There we go. I'll have to get the semi and make a test run and see how. Maybe we get slick roads now. This thing is acting awful slippery. I might have to head on the roads and just check this out. Yeah, this is definitely. You can see how we're sliding. We're definitely experiencing a traction loss now. So we're going to park this over here. And get our semi and make a little test run. Look how we're slipping. So we might go and start clearing clearing our way up to the bale area to make sure that we can sell bales tomorrow. See if we can grab this. See if we can grab this. It's in between here. There we go. too big. Yep. Let's unload these because there are a couple that are jacked there. Strap those down. Let's see if we can head down this hill here. Oh, the snow's letting up, maybe. Snow stopped, so maybe we don't need to worry about that now. We definitely have 2 layers of snow because you can see the way the tires are putting snow tracks down. They don't do that with 1 layer of snow. They only do that with 2 or more. It's definitely not the snow that Grizzly Bear Sims had to deal with in year 1, but it's nice to have had to deal with snow, that's for sure. So I think we will go ahead and clear that area off going up the hill. Because at this rate, we'd be slipping and sliding probably the whole time we're trying to sell bales. Oh, we don't want to total our truck with only 5 days to go. So we're going to go up to the store and lease us up a couple pieces of equipment to clear their way up to the bale sell point, so that we will be able to get up there tomorrow and do what we need to do. Alright, so we'll just park it here, and wonder where this is. Is it here? This is, nope, it's not there. Maybe it's under miscellaneous. There it is. So we're going to lease this thing. Then we're going to pick up something with a front 3-point hitch. That would be this thing right here. Let's go ahead and do that one. I don't know if that would have better tire snow grip or not. It's kind of knobby. I'd hoped it would. So let's see what this thing does. There we go. Alright, so we okay, that rotates that. Let's lower the roller. And look. It's better than a snow plow because it just deletes it. It's funny, there's no snow on the ground, but clearly we're slipping. Let's get rid of that. So we're just going to go over here and delete the snow, which should allow our tires to completely grip the ground. I had apparently not turned the ergo off. Hey Grand Thumb, how are you doing? We are in the process of clearing some snow so that we can get up to the bale sell point tomorrow. Of course, the worst thing we could do is spend time clearing snow and then have the snow melt as a result of it being 36 degrees. We would have wasted our time, but hey, this is fun, right? So if I drop this down, it deletes the snow. We can only go 10 miles an hour, but it basically deletes the snow right from underneath us. This roller is in the in-game mod hub. Let's drop it down here and we'll just clear ourselves a path up the road here. You can imagine that we're just brushing the snow aside, if you will. Hey Rob Simpson, how you doing? I acknowledged your comment, but I didn't actually welcome you into the channel, I don't think. Oh, the road's over here, guys. I should probably drive on the road. So I have to say, I think this works pretty darn good for clearing snow. snow inside there. So we're just going to brush the snow away here. Get a nice clear area so we can continue to continue our plans for tomorrow. We don't want our plans thwarted where we can't sell our silage bales and make all our millions. Oh, I don't own this field. I can't clean that far, huh? I guess those are those bales giving us some stuttering problems. So under those bales we don't have to worry about snow because they were all the snow would be not under those. Yeah, we get lots of stuttering when we get over there by that big pile. So anybody looking for a ridiculously easy way to clear snow, this appears to be it. Oh yeah. Those bales are killing my frames. What's the forecast? There you go. So we had our snow already for the day. We have snow scheduled for tomorrow. All right. We're going to clear a second path down the hill here to widen out the road. And then we'll park this thing down at the bottom of the hill. And then we'll get back to our cutting lumber. Technically it's a brush. Let's take a look at that. Technically it's supposed to be a brush, but it doesn't spin. You don't turn it on, you just lower it. I'll pull it up in the in-game store here in a minute. We lost all our traction because we were on the snow. There we go. Yeah, it's supposed to delete tire tracks, but it also supposedly can clean your animal areas, and do a couple other things. But it's basically deleting the snow off the ground. So it's under, we found it under miscellaneous. This machine, you can restore the initial ground state, delete fields, or delete snow. Supposedly it's also good for cleaning up animal areas as far as animal dirt. Now let's see if we can get up that hill. If we can't get up the hill, we might have to think about something else. There we go. So today I saw, everybody knows I'm a giant fan of this semi. Today I saw someone had taken this semi and stuck a tipper back on it, and basically made it into a dump truck. And I tested the dump truck out a little bit ago, and it is a wonderful dump truck. Holds 16,000 liters. Looks just like this, except the stacks have been turned outward a little bit to blow the exhaust out from underneath the dump bed. It's got the dump truck has a single pneumatic cylinder at the front, and it has, you know, the dump gate on the back. So it's a really nice mod, if you will, if you like this truck. So if you like this model of a semi, then you'd probably like that. Found it over at modhub.us. Alright, so let's come around here. Oh, slipping and sliding. Hey, Rubber Burner, how you doing? As you can see, Rubber Burner, we got ourselves some snow, and it's slick. We're sliding around a little bit. I wonder if I can just cut this and have it auto-load right on. Nope. I was going to see if it would auto-load straight off the Scorpion King, or the Ergo. We're not going to roll the truck. I'm sorry. Well, it's only 37 outside there, Rob. It's not that cold. Oh, I guess that one we're not cutting. I know Rubber Burner is a big fan of the Case IH equipment. Are you a big fan of the old Farmalls? Because I saw the other day that there was a Farmall pack, and I downloaded it earlier. It just gave it a twirl, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good models. See here. There we go. We're making a little bit of mess. It might be kind of hard to pick those up, at any rate. The Farmalls I found over on modhub.us. There were, well, it was advertised that there were 9 tractors. I think there may have been, I think it was being a little liberal with the 9 tractor count, meaning that a few of the tractors had like a 460 or a 560 version. I think it was basically counting the 460 and 560 as 2, when really it was the same model. We had, when I was growing up, we had a Farmall 460 trike with the narrow front wheels, and we had a Farmall 806, I think, and we had a 986 maybe. I don't know what the bigger one was. It was 9 something, I think. And then we had a Super H. So we basically had 4 tractors on the farm. We can't get up there. There's no Super H in there. There's no alphabet letters. It'd be cool if there was a Super H in there. Nothing that goes back that far. I think the furthest it goes back is like the 50s. Yeah, we were just crops. No animals. I was eager to see that the pack, because if I play the Upper Mississippi River Valley map, that's the map where you have the grain silos. They're not the in-game silos. They're the the true American style bins. That you got to use the augers. I was hoping and planning on using something small like a 460 or something smaller with pretty low horsepower, basically to hook up to the PTO of the augers and just use it as a an auger driver, to run the auger for the for emptying the grain into the bins and for taxiing the augers around. We're going to take out one more tree and then we're going to pick these logs up, or try to. I'm going to carefully take them to the sell point, and by that point we'll probably call it a stream. Not cutting that tree. There we go. Six o'clock and it's getting dark in here. I'll strap these down just in case we do something silly. Oh, is that where that... Oh, you know what? I saw that John Deere wheel loader in that in my mods list earlier today. And I had commented that I had no idea where that thing came from. But now you're telling me it was in the Farm All pack? Let's back up. Let's back up. Let's see if we can turn here. stuck on. Alright, let's see. See if we can figure out how to get out of here. That might get us stuck. Very good. We got that done. Yeah, I wish there were chains, but there's no chains in this. No chains. And even though we don't have snow on the roads, we have no traction on the roads either. We can just slide right through the intersection. So you could pretend that the roads are covered in black ice or something. And then, of course, the AI traffic has no problems just driving around. Oh, thanks for the vote of luck. We shouldn't have too much of a problem finishing out. We're 4.5 million. The goal is to try to get to 6.5 million, I think. I keep bumping that dollar value up a little bit. But at 6.5 million, we will. We've easily got 1 million in silage bales tomorrow, and I think we've got close to 1 million in land. So we'll just have to see. All right. So we're going to drive this back to the store, because tomorrow we're selling silage bales. So we're not going to need the log trailer. We're going to rent. We're going to lease a different flatbed than the flatbed that we have been using. Because the flatbed we have been using is obviously fairly difficult to pick the bales up because it's got such a narrow pickup range. So I found a flatbed that has a pickup of 40 bales compared to the one we have been using at 42, so we're not losing too much per load. And when I saw a video of it being used, it looked like it had a better pickup range. There, we lost our traction. So it looked like it had a better range of pickup, so it'd be easier to pick up all those bales. And oh no, we've been T-boned. So we'll drop this trailer off over here. And there we go. Come back here, we'll pick up some of these eggs. Since we can't skip night. Oh yeah, we can skip night. Alright. Let's take a look and see how many eggs we got. We might sell some eggs. I think we did that the other day. We don't have too many. Might as well just go over here and do that. Where are we? Where are we at? Okay, here we are. I guess we should see how much manure we need for our greenhouses. We'll probably have to do manure in our greenhouses tomorrow. There we go. Not too terrible much. Let's check out our greenhouses. Oh yeah, they're good still for a little bit. Oh, let's see. Let's see how well this thing gets around. If this thing gets around okay, we might just do some greenhouse work for a little bit. I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to sell the Merlot. I've got half of mine to sell it after we fill up these greenhouses, and then basically sell the greenhouses when they empty. Yeah, the Merlot's handling the snow pretty darn good. So what do y'all think? Should I sell the Merlot after I fill up these greenhouses? I don't think we got this one full, did we? Nope. Took a little more. Oh no. Forecast. Could use some lights. Let's see here. I think we were filling this one. Right. Yep. Just a few more. It is kind of fun to play with snow a little bit. I think tomorrow, after we buy the flatbed, we'll come around here and fill up the water on the greenhouses. And then we'll probably sell the water trailer. So I think we will go ahead and sell this telehandler. So after we fill these greenhouses, I don't plan on having these greenhouses filled anymore. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to get that much snow ducks, Zorly, because I don't know if it snows that much in on the west coast of England. I know it rains a lot, but I don't know if it necessarily gets that cold to produce a bunch of snow. Maybe it does, because I put the Welsh geomod in. Well, we know if we do get a bunch of snow, we'll just whip out the brush and brush it away. By winter time, we'll have animals to care for and everything. Let's take this on up to the shop. Hey Sean, how are you doing? We've been playing in the snow today, Sean. It's the second day of winter. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be selling a whole bunch of silage bales. We'll also be selling the Massey Ferguson tomorrow. We won't have any more need for it once we... Oh, some of them on the roof. We won't have a need for the Massey Ferguson once we get rid of those hay bales. Alright. So we're going to save the game. We're going to fast forward the night and see if we get some more snow or not. Oh, no snow so far. We have sun in the forecast. We don't have any snow in the forecast, it looks like. So, I don't know, maybe the snow's gone now. Quite interesting. Oh, there's snow, just popped up. Alright, so we're going to save again. Let's just look at our finance screen real quick. Yesterday was pretty profitable because we sold our telly. It seemed to maintain quite a bit of value. Sold some wood. We leased a little bit of stuff for the tractor and the... let's just check. What's that telehandler price? Because we sold it for $90,000. It did not. Oh, look at that. This one did not depreciate either. That's very interesting. So the telehandler did not depreciate, nor do the Fords, because we put plenty of hours on this Ford, and we sold it back for $27,000 also. That's very interesting. All right, so we're going to save this out, and then we're going to go ahead and quit. Back to the screen, and we'll call this a stream. And tomorrow we will be selling a whole bunch of silage bales. We'll see how much profit we can rack up from that. Until next time, guys, happy farming.